So welcome back to another episode of Mandy and Carlton and the I.C.F new build. Now, down in Devon, the build is really cracking on. So let's go over to Mandy and see what's been happening recently.
So it's Sunday the 4th of October and we're in the middle of Storm Alex at the moment, so it is blowing a gale and chucking it down outside. So we'll just have a quick look out there, peek round the corner into the carport so I can show you what happened out there last week. Saturday Carl came in and put the drain in along the front of the carport there, which you can see partially covered over, and on Friday he and his guys built the stud walls for the store, which is going in the carport there. That'll have power and light, and that'll be for storing his kit, and I guess you could say it's his man cave, so that's good for him. So there's still plenty of room in the carport for two vehicles and for a trailer to be pushed through to the left of that store there, and that can be pushed through to the back area where we'll have a utility area for it if need be. So you can probably hear the wind out there at the moment. You see the trees blowing up there. So that's enough from out here for the moment. We had a visit from our building control officer, Martin, who works for JHAI. He very kindly came in at the end of last week and had a quick look round. They are doing inspections now and completion inspections, and I just wanted to have a chat with him about where we are at the moment with the build and what's going to happen on completion and what he wants to see. So he was really helpful, and he talked me through some of the things that we need to get done, some of the stuff like the rainwater goods and the drainage out the front and level access to the front door that he needs to see when he comes back to sign it all off, and some of the inspections that we need to get done, which I've already talked about, like the EPC and SAP and air tightness test. So that was really great. So JHAI building control, private building control, not local authority, have been really helpful, and we'll see Martin back in a few weeks to sign us off. The carpenters last week worked on getting this utility room sorted out, so you can see some of the units and work surface there, which is all covered up at the moment, and they'll be back on Monday and they'll be carrying on creating some sort of boxing in system for this monstrous MVHR unit there. The other thing that the carpenters did last week was in the bathrooms they started to install the shower wall panels, and I'll show you one in the family bathroom that they've fitted. So this is it here. So this is a bushboard nuance panel, or pair of panels, which are stuck to the wall, so it means that we avoid having tiling and grout which gets dirty and mouldy and discoloured. And this panel is not an MDF panel, it's made of a product that can be actually submerged in water for lengthy periods of time, and it won't harm it at all. It comes with a guarantee, and the guarantee is based on the fact that you use their adhesive and silicone, which is fair enough, and it looks really nice, and also it's got sort of a stone texture to it when you touch it, so it's quite a nice panel, and we're having that in all three bathrooms. So the guys will get on and finish fitting that off next week, and they'll also be boxing in some of the stuff under the stairs and fitting wardrobes and things like that next week. Upstairs, this wrapped up in blue is our gas fire, which came from Kerno Fires in Wadebridge. And it's sitting on a nice slate hearth that we got from our dossier just up the road at Gun. The fire is a Drew Passo fire, gas fire, and that's the flue going out through the chimney, out through the roof. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish it last week because we've got to get two bends to come down to the fire. When the roof was being constructed, when the rafters went on, it was just at the beginning of lockdown, and with everything else going on, we didn't realise that one of the rafters was right in the centre where the gas fire flue would need to go up through. So we had to either offset the whole fire to the left or right of it, or have a bend or two bends in it. We were going to offset the fire, but on discussion with the guys from Kerno Fires, they said that they thought it would look better with two bends and centre the fire. So that's what we've decided to go with. So now we've got work surfaces, or work surface down here with a upstand, and Dan and Mac, the plumbers, were in, and they have plumbed in all of the sinks and the bathrooms. So we now have hot and cold running water inside, which is fantastic, and the boiler's running and the underfloor heating has been powered up, and we now have a nice toasty warm house. This boxing, you may remember last week that you would have been able to see the MVHR unit there. Well, that's what the carpenters did this week, so they've boxed it all in for us, and that's looking really neat and tidy and smart now. So I know a lot of people with MVHR units have to have a dedicated plant room for them because they're so big, but we didn't want that, and we didn't really have the space for it either, so we've made the best job of it that we can, and I think that looks really smart in there, and it's not too obtrusive either. The electrician turned on the power last week too, so we have lights inside, and we have live sockets inside, which is fantastic. The carpenters also fitted all the wardrobe doors for us, so that's the cupboard inside the front door where all the coats will be hung, and the other bit of boxing in that they did was under the stairs here, which is where all of our underfloor heating pipes were. So all of that now is boxed in, it's nice and neat and tidy, and not the eyesore that it was this time last week. I'll show you some of the other wardrobes. This is the wardrobe in the second bedroom, so nice smoked glass sliding doors in there, and we've got the same in bedroom 3. And then the carpenters did a load more work in the bathrooms, so we've got working toilets and the basins on the vanities, and these are quartz shelves that were fitted last week, and the towel rads are all running now, nice and warm. We've just got the last bit of wiring to be done on them. And then in the master ensuite, we got again same suite of rack toilet and stone composite basin on a quartz top and vanity. The shower wall panels in there, and there'll be a glass screen to go on there next week. So then with a little bit of wiring by the electrician, that will all be finished in there too. So it's really nice to have light and power in the house. Makes a huge difference from last weekend. So I'll just go upstairs and show you what happened up there. And the big change up here is the quartz work surfaces, which look absolutely fantastic. Really nice complement to the dark grey units. So a splashback there, and they go right the way round, and then there's an island with a breakfast bar in the middle. Out here in the utility, work surfaces are on, everything's plumbed in, and that work surface is a composite work surface, or man-made work surface to match the one downstairs. We didn't go with quartz in here. Obviously we needed to draw the line on costs somewhere, so, but I think it looks really good with the units anyway. And then down here, the small toilet is all plumbed in and got the basin in and running water and everything in here too. So that's brilliant. So we've had some really nice changes happened this week.